Okay guys, so today I'm going to be trying out the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir. I have never tried this before. This is going to be my first time. Benny, stop. Every time I do a video, he starts going crazy. Anyways, so I'm going to try this on recommendation of Sarah Bella. I believe that's her YouTube name. But anyways, my skin has had some really dry patches due to like retin-A and stuff. So I thought that I would try this. It's supposed to be lightweight, full coverage, hydrating, and SPF 20. So I believe this is the lightest shade, and it is Ivory, which is number 705. And if I don't have any kind of tan on or anything, I'm afraid this is going to be way too dark for me. But I have just a little bit of tan right now. You can kind of see there. So, hopefully this will match well. I'm going to do half my face with a beauty blender or a Real Techniques beauty blender, and the other side with a brush, which is going to be this one. This is my favorite foundation brush right now. It's the Broadway large oval brush, and I think this is only $3 or $4 at Dollar General. So I'm going to do half my face with that, and then half of it with my Real Techniques sponge that is completely falling apart. So I will update you guys after I get done and let you know how it applies. Okay, so I did one layer of the foundation. I did this side of my face with the sponge, and I definitely feel like it looks better with the sponge. I did this half with this brush, and you can't really tell in the camera, but I feel like it applied a little bit smoother and a little bit better coverage on this side of my face with the sponge. And as you can see, I don't think this is like one coat full coverage, because you can still see the redness around my nose, like the freckles. I have a pimple there. Like, it's definitely not like full coverage, and this lighting is not very good, so you can definitely see like my scars and stuff. But I'm going to do another layer with the sponge and see how it applies, and if it cakes up or if it still looks okay, and just add some coverage. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I will come back and let you guys know. Okay guys, so I did another layer and I used the sponge, and it definitely added some coverage. It looks worse in the camera. I'm gonna go in my room here in a second and turn on the ring light and see if it looks better. It definitely looks better in person than it is on the camera. One thing I will say is this shade would definitely be too dark for me if I didn't have any kind of fake tan on or anything, and it's a little too pink for my fake tan. You might be able to kind of tell, but it's not dark or anything. It's just the tone is a little bit off. But yeah, the coverage is not bad. Let me go in my other room and turn on the ring light and see if it works better than just here. I'm not sitting directly in front of the window, so the lighting is not that great. Let me go see if I can find some better lighting so you guys can really see how it looks. Okay, so this is in front of my ring light, and you can see it looks much better in here. Don't mind my dark circles. I don't have concealer or anything on yet, but you can see it's not like cake face super coverage, but it definitely evened me out and everything. It feels really light. It doesn't feel like heavy or anything. It doesn't feel like super moisturizing, like one of those thick and creamy, like it's just gonna just smear everywhere or anything like that. It actually feels pretty good. So I'm going to see how it does after I put on concealer and set it with powder and everything. And I will check in front of natural light and in here so that you guys will get a better idea of how it looks and everything. So this is it right now. And I'll go finish my makeup and come back and let you guys see. Hey guys, so I'm checking in with the Covergirl Healthy Elixir foundation, and I've had it on for about 2 hours, I think. So, so far it's doing good. I set it with the, with my Laura Mercier mineral powder. So that added just a tiny bit of extra coverage. I didn't do a lot. And then of course I used concealer under my eyes, just a tiny bit on my chin. So yeah, this is what it's looking like right now. I don't have any shine or anything yet. It feels really good. Like, it doesn't feel heavy on my face at all or anything like that. And I did do 2 coats to get like a fuller coverage, but it doesn't look cakey or anything. It's pretty natural looking. So yeah, this is it, 2 hours. So we will see how it holds up. My concern is more of it breaking apart as the day goes on. So that's usually the problem that I have with foundations. So we will see. Normally I get like right around here and a little bit on my nose and sometimes on my forehead, but usually on my chin it's really bad of the foundation breaking up as I get oily. So we will see how this holds up. But so far, you know, it looks pretty good and everything. So I'll check back in a few hours. Hey guys, so it has been about 4.5 hours since I applied my makeup, and I haven't touched up anything, not even my lipstick, nothing. So you can see I'm starting to get a little bit oily, and it is starting to break apart a little bit on my chin. It's not real bad, but yeah, it is definitely starting to break apart. So we will see. Let me see if I can get some. There's some more natural light, but I'm not sure if you can see it. It's just a little bit, but it is doing it down here. But like I said, that's really common with me for foundations, and I am not super oily right now because it is fall and it's like in the 80s. I don't think it even made it to 80 today. So I'm not like super oily, and I'm not, you know, like sweating a lot or anything like that. So let's see, it's 79 today, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, and again, I do have some dry patches from the Retin-A and stuff like that that I'm using. So again, that's keeping my skin from being really oily like it used to be. And so now I would say I have more of like combination skin. I have, you know, some oiliness around my T-zone, but my cheeks and stuff are really dry, which is one of the reasons that I wanted to try this foundation, because I do have some dryness going on in some areas. So I wanted something that's not going to be like super moisturizing, that's gonna, you know, not hold up to my T-zone area, but that still is not going to, like, you know, make me look crusty either. So anyways, about 4.5 hours in, and I will check in with you guys in a few more hours and see how it's doing. Hey guys, so it has been about 12 hours that I have had on the Covergirl Healthy Elixir foundation. So as you can see, I did touch up earlier just a little bit with some e.l.f. HD powder, just, you know, a fluffy brush in my T-zone, because I was going somewhere and I was kind of getting a little bit shiny. So I went ahead and just touched up with a little bit of that. But you can see here it's broke up a little bit around my nose and a little bit on my chin, kind of looking a little cakey, a little separated. But overall, for it being 12 hours, I don't think this is bad. Like, it doesn't look bad far away. It's just when you get up and really start looking, you can kind of see where it's broken apart a little bit. Now, again, my skin is not super oily right now, and if it was, it might have broken apart more. So, you know, keep that in mind if you do have oilier skin. It may break up a little bit more on you. But like I said, right now my skin is really combination, so I still am getting oily through the T-zone, and so that's why it's broken up, you know, not really on my forehead, but around my nose and my chin, which is very common areas for me. Almost every foundation does that throughout the day on me. So, you know, as far as like touching up, when I put some HD powder over it, it was totally fine, and, you know, it totally absorbed the oil and it looked great. It's just that little bit of breakup that It's the only thing that's a little bit disappointing about this. It wore really well, like it stayed on, and it doesn't say that it's supposed to be like long wearing or anything. It just says lightweight, full coverage, that hydrates and has SPF 20. It's supposed to be oil free. So let me open this little thing here and see what it says. Okay, it doesn't really have anything else that I can see that it says, but let me see. Okay, I thought maybe in the little packet on the back it would have some more information, but I don't really see anything, just the ingredients and stuff like that. But anyways, I got this at Walgreens for, I believe it was $12.49, and they are having a sale right now, and you know their sales alternate every week, so you can always catch it on sale. But I got it was buy one get one half off, so I got this and another foundation to try, which I will probably be reviewing as well. So for the price, this is not a bad product. There's a couple of things that I want to mention, pros and cons. First of all, like I said earlier, this is the lightest shade, which would be way too dark for me if I didn't have any fake tan on. You could probably get a white mixer and make it a little bit lighter, but like CoverGirl, for real, this is definitely not an ivory shade. The True Blend that I have, shoot, I didn't bring it in here. I got the True Blend in the lightest shade, and it is very, very pale compared to this, so I don't understand how you're, like, you know, calling both of those your lightest shades, and they're completely different. So that's one thing. Two is if you have oily skin, this probably will break apart on you. Like I said, I don't think this is bad for 12 hours. To me, that's not bad. I can totally deal with that, and it still, everything else about it still looks good. This is not like a full-on dewy finish by any means. It's more like a satin, so you could put like Too Faced peach powder or something like that over it and make it more matte, or like I did, just do a mineral powder. I did Laura Mercier, I can't remember, Laura Mercier mineral powder, whatever it's called, over it, which kept, you know, some of the luminosity, since my skin is drier right now and it is fall. So I didn't want a full-on matte look. So for those two things, you know, I think that that's great. I think, you know, I did have to do 2 layers to get like the coverage that I needed. But again, for $12, I don't think that's bad. You know, if this was an expensive foundation that was like, you know, $40 or $50, I would probably say, you know, you could find something better. But for the price, I don't think it's bad at all. And I would totally use this again. I really like it. One thing I like is the bottle is glass. It's really nice. Like, this looks, you know, like some of the more expensive bottled foundations. Like, I think it's really nice packaging and everything. I like the gold around the top. It has a stopper on here. Oh my god. I thought I had it locked. Obviously not. Okay, so now it's locked. You can lock it to where it doesn't squirt out like I just did all over my new pants. Fabulous. I don't have anything in here to clean it up with. So anyway, you can lock it. You just have to make sure it's the right way. So yeah, that, let me see. Oh my gosh, I made such a huge mess with that. Okay. Anyways, the shade range is not that great in this either, or from what I saw at any of the stores around me. There might have been like maybe 7 shades, 8 shades. There might have been more than that, but there's not a ton, definitely, and it's definitely no comparison to like the True Blend in L'Oreal or True Match in L'Oreal, or the CoverGirl True Blend. The shades are, you know, very slim, and like I said, they're not light. This is not by any means going to be for like really pale girls like me. If you're not fake tanning or anything like that, it's going to be too dark. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, and I did want to mention, I definitely like this applied with a like beauty blender, a sponge, much better than with a brush. It was kind of a little bit uneven and a little bit streaky with a brush, but with the wet beauty blender, Real Techniques sponge, it applied much better. And I would rather do that and do 2 coats than to, like, you know, try to cake it on with a brush and get full coverage and it be streaky and, you know, accentuate my pores and stuff. So but yeah, I definitely think this is worth picking up and trying for $12, which you could get it cheaper at Walmart. But I always recommend when you're trying something new like this to get it at CVS or Walgreens so that you can return it if you don't like it. You know, Walmart, or at least mine, is not good about taking stuff back like that. They have taken something back from me one time and then that was it. So I definitely recommend, you know, Walgreens or CVS because they don't, you know, give you any problems returning any kind of makeup or anything like that. If you don't like it, you don't have to keep it. So, you know, if you had this and you knew you liked it, then, you know, buy it somewhere cheaper, sure. But if you're just trying it, then you probably want to go with something and pay a couple of dollars more and know that you can return it if you don't like it. And then if you do, next time you can buy it somewhere cheaper. So anyways, and of course, always keep your eye out for coupons, you know, coupons.com in the paper. And then, of course, the sale ads. You can always stock up when it's on sale. So I think that is it. But I just want to let you guys know how that wore throughout the day. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, yeah, for 12 hours. All right, guys. 12 hours for $12. Okay. Anyways, it is late, so I'm going to go wash my face and get ready for bed. Hope this was helpful and you guys enjoyed it. I will be getting a couple more up soon of foundations that I got yesterday that I want to try this week for you guys. So I will see you guys again soon. Bye.